I think audio, no matter what kind of content you're doing, videos on social media, on YouTube, podcast, you need good audio and you need the right equipment for that. But it's not just, one or the other. There's options. So let me show you that. Oh, wait. Much better. So if you're doing podcasting or live streaming, things like that, you do need a good pair of headphones. I've been using wired over the ear headphones. These are pretty comfortable. These are the Sony's. I'll leave whatever model number. It's a long W, whatever. Those are the headphones that I've been using. And now I've been trying out some different over the ear earbuds. Over the earbuds. I don't know how to describe it, but the ones I have for you today are the Lytmi over the ear open ear headphones is what they're officially called. So that's the case right there. I'll go over the specs and different things real quick. That's the charging case. And I've actually tried a few different ones. So, this is the different ones that I had in prior. And I kind of judged it off of this one alone that all open ear buds suck. But after testing out the new ones, the Lytmi, and how comfortable and much smaller they are than the ones that I was sent a while back, because these are pretty compact. These were some other brands that I used, and these were too big, too heavy. And the Lytmi has been pretty good for what I needed to do. Obviously, if you're doing editing, streaming, like I said, podcasting, if you're wired in, you're not going to get any latency. You're not going to get any lag or anything like that, delays. But if you have a good pair of earbuds, you can actually minimize that. And I'll go over the specs on these in particular. And I've actually used these on a couple of my podcasts to try it out. And actually on the live stream that I do with HVAC Nights, which is this one over here. That's a live stream show that turns into a pod that gets uploaded as a podcast. So I was able to hold up a hour-long conversation with some guys on a live, over the internet, all that. And then even when I do my own podcast, it's not in person. It's recorded, but it's we're on a Zoom call basically. So at that point, I need to be able to conversate in real time, and these actually did an impressive job of decent latency where I can hold the conversation. I can edit with these if I need to, and I've noticed that they act a little differently. So real quick, I use Ecamm to record my podcast, a live stream. I it's an all in one for me for that kind of content. So using open ear earbuds or any Bluetooth headphones with it, for some reason the volume gets knocked down a little bit. So whereas like with a cheaper brand that I didn't like, I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't hear my guest. So that was a struggle. These are loud enough to hear the conversation. They're not actually in your ear to make you uncomfortable for that hour or however long. I've tested it for an hour and a half with a couple of my episodes. So it just laying on your ear like that, you're worried about the volume level. So it was good enough there, but I noticed when I start, going over to play music, it gets much louder. I don't know what the difference is between a recording software like this that streams and everything, and then versus going on the either on a YouTube or Spotify, anything like that, and getting much better volume levels and sounds. Okay, so here we have the Lytmi Cozyfit, and they have a pretty compact case in here. You're gonna get the USB-C cable. It's an A to C cable there to charge them up. And this is a case itself. I've already been using it for a little while, testing them out, so it's a little scuffed. That's the case itself. They are a little overlapped. That's how they get them in such a small case here. So take them out. These are the earbuds themselves. And again, these are over the ear headphones. So they do not sit in your ear, but surprisingly, they go over, and this is just the form factor. Goes in, lays on your ear, goes around the back side of your ear just to hold it in place. And surprisingly, I've had pretty good audio coming out of these. The music has been enjoyable too. And I'll do a quick audio test in a bit to show you the phone calls. I haven't taken a phone call on it yet, but I usually use these at my desk for hooking up to my MacBook. Okay, so basically, as soon as you take them out, they're gonna power on. They're gonna pair automatically to each other, and then you're gonna come over here, Lytmi Cozyfit, and connect. So we're gonna go over to our HVAC Nights playlist. If you guys want to check that out, it's on my website, reliablehvacr.net. It's just windshield time, dealing with driving call to call. So I'm gonna go to the hip hop version. It's just the the bassier stuff, and I'm gonna go over the controls really quick. So these little here, this area where the logo is, that's actually touch sensitive. Play is a double tap. You can see it took a while, but it played there. So this is one of those that has a left and right function for things like volume and I think track skipping. So this one will lower on the left side for a single tap, and then the right will raise it back up. And then on the right, you hold it for 2 seconds and it should skip. So I went to the next track, and if you want to go back, you hold this side, just restarts the track. So more than likely, you're just going to be going forward anyway. Rejecting a call, you touch and hold for 2 seconds. Answer a call is a double tap. And then voice assistant is triple. So you see Siri pulled up. So if you need to turn them off without the case, you just hold until it says power off. So yeah, if you guys want the touch controls, that's the gist of it. And then you just plop them back in and you're good to go. Charger is on the back right there. All right, so earbud, I'm gonna put them on real quick, and then we'll test, like I said, the call quality or the microphone quality. And that's just what they look like when you put them on. Like I said, they don't go in your ear or anything. They just go over. The back piece is what kind of hooks around and holds it there. And you just let them lay on, which is a weird thing because I mean, you're used to putting them in your ears, shoving them in there. But that's what makes it uncomfortable after a while. Like I have AirPod Pros, which I mean, not only like if I'm talking and things like that, they're gonna fall out. They get uncomfortable after, I'm at work, so I have them on most of the day. So after an hour, 2 hours, you get a little bit of that like fatigue in your ears. So these could help potentially if you guys have that issue too, where it just lays on there. It shouldn't cause any fatigue, and you should be able to wear them longer and actually hear anything around you. Now, if you have earbuds, you need to make sure you get something with like a transparency mode on it so that you can actually hear your surroundings. So if you guys are using these out and about, like a work environment or anything like that, or just, working around the house, whatever it is that you use earbuds for, I like to use them at work, but they need to have a transparency mode so I can actually conversate or hear my surroundings, make sure I don't miss anything if something happens. I work on rooftops and stuff like that. Or if somebody's like trying to get my attention and talk to a customer, I need to be able to hear them. So I, specifically got the AirPod Pros for that. But something like this, it is less than a fraction of the cost, honestly. And that if you think it sounds good, you can have something playing, but not keep you disconnected from your environment, which is, I think, the most important part. I love having music when I'm doing, work or other activities, but I don't want to be unaware of my surroundings or disconnected from everything. All right, and really quick, just, speaking of AirPod Pros, I had to buy this little cleaner for them. So you're able to clean the case with this, get all the gunk out of the actual case because there's earwax and everything, and it gets rubbed everywhere. And then this one is like a little scalpel for your uh, inner, inside the silicone tips. So you can get that. You can get the grills. Anything that gets dirty, they're filthy right now. So I'll leave this in the description as well. But that's another thing with these in-ear buds, like AirPods or any of the other ones that you shove in your ear. You have to keep cleaning them because they get pretty disgusting. All right, microphone put away. We are listening to the audio, basically the microphones off the Lytmi earbuds. So for this situation, it's like if I'm taking a meeting, a phone call, anything like that, where I would need the microphones off of the earbuds, because typically I'm not going to be putting on these big headphones when I'm taking a phone call, Zoom call, things like that, and I got to talk to a sponsor or a potential guest or anything like that. I would prefer to use actually these earbuds that I bought that are wired, and they're like your typical cheap earbuds that you would get with your phone and stuff like that back in the day, but those are, a generic brand. Having this option, again, this is the audio quality that you'll expect on a phone call. If you're in a Zoom, video conference, whatever it is, and you need to talk through these, I would not recommend this kind of microphone quality for your actual content or podcasting. Get yourself a dedicated mic, but this is the quality you can expect. So real quick, I've used these a few times, haven't charged them. I don't even think since I got them. And I saw this little indicator. It was orange. So there is a color indicator on the outside. So when it's red, you're under 30%. Orange, like I see right now, I'm anywhere from 30 to 70%. And green, it's basically fully charged from 70 to 100% there. All right, and I'm just going to go over the specs really quick. This has Bluetooth 5.4, standard charging, no fast charging or anything like that. The capacity is 50 milliamp hours per bud is what it looks like. And then the charging case is 400 milliamp hours, which is not bad. Didn't see it in the manual, but I pulled it up on Amazon. These earbuds will give you 8 hours of playback, which is incredible. It makes sense. I've used them in podcast episodes where those run me at least an hour and a half, and sometimes I'll do them back to back, and I have yet to have an issue where it's like telling me, low power or whatever it is. And then with the case, if you keep them charged and this case charged, you're going to get an extra 30 hours. And they say, they got the smallest charging case ever for that, but 8 hours on a single charge when you're using the buds. And then if you put them back in the case, it can charge them over and get you about 30 hours extra. And they are IP5, IPX5 water resistant, which means if you get them wet, you're out in the rain, you're outdoors, you're sweating, working out, it's good for all that stuff. So if you want to go pick these up, you can go check these out on, I'll leave a link in the description. It's basically you get them off of Amazon. So if you go over here, they are relatively cheap. So this I would consider as reliable tech for creator approved. This is reliable to me. It is $39.99. Don't forget to click that little coupon right here where it says apply 10% off. And then when you go to checkout, you get 10% off. So check out the link in the description if you guys are interested or looking for open ear earbuds, wireless earbuds, and are tired of, AirPods or anything like that shoved in your ear, discomfort, ear fatigue, and them falling out. These are pretty good solution. They're not going to give you the highest quality. You're not going to get all the bass out of these like you would in earbuds or traditional, you know, over the ear headphones or high end, but those are all going to be 250, 300, $400 earbuds. Whereas these actually sound pretty good. I was impressed. They're super clear. There's enough bass in there to be enjoyable. And a lot of times when you're looking for things like this, you either want to do it for, like I said, interviews, phone calls, podcasting. It can do all that. And then if you guys are listening to music on this, you're just wanting that background music like I do when I'm at work. I don't need to be lost in the music. I actually need to be doing something and I just want something playing in the back. So like I said, this is to me considered reliable tech, and I will leave this on my desk as a grab option between this and traditional over the ear headphones. So these are the two that I'm going to be using for quick editing or when I need to do a podcast. And sometimes I don't feel like having the over the ear headphones on because I wear a lot of caps. I wear glasses sometimes. So that kind of all, you know, causes some stress up here. Whereas, you know, this is light, pretty comfortable, and you forget that you have them on. So if you guys have any questions, I'm still new. I think these have been like a trending thing on like TikTok, you know, the over the ear headphones. So if you guys have any questions or you want feedback on anything else, I have other styles, I have other videos to do. We're just gonna run with it as if it's worthy. If I'm using it, I'm gonna, you know, post it here on this channel, and anything that I like, I'm gonna consider it reliable tech for creator approved. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you guys.